Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Metastock Secret Seminar this morning. It's fantastic to see so many of you out here this morning wanting to learn more about Metastock and using it to its full potential, and we're certainly feeling fairly good about being here this morning and presenting this course to you this morning. My name is Stuart McPhee, and I'll be joined this morning by David Jennings, and David will take a moment to introduce himself in just a few minutes. Just before he does that, a little bit about myself. In my former life, I was an Army officer. I spent 10 years in the Army after graduating from Duntroon. Probably the highlight of my time was as an exchange instructor with the US Army for 2 years. I was selected to go over and teach for a couple of years. For the last 4.5 years, I've been out of the Army and I've been teaching people how to trade, probably with an emphasis on personal coaching, a lot of personal training. In that time, I've also completed a graduate diploma of applied finance and investment at the Securities Institute, and I've also written a book called Trading in a Nutshell, which has sold about 6,000 copies now. The other thing that we've worked on in the last couple of years is I hooked up with David, and David and I wrote this Metastock Programming Study Guide, of which some of you own already, 240 pages. Took us about 6 months to write, and we now sell that to a lot of people who use Metastock, so we're certainly very happy with that. We'll just quickly go through an outline of what we're going to talk about this morning. This is what we're going to talk about. Clearly we're here this morning to talk about the programming language and not how to use the basics of the software. We're not going to talk this morning about opening up charts, applying indicators, setting up layouts or templates. We're not here to talk about that. We're going to get straight in to talking about the programming language. David will introduce the very basics of the language. We'll do an exercise after that to confirm your understanding with that. I'll then come back on and talk about some very common functions within Metastock, and again we'll do an exercise to confirm your understanding. You'll see then we'll then start with the first of the 4 major tools. We'll start with the indicator builder. With that we'll have a break. We'll then come back and talk about the system tester, the expert advisor, the explorer, and then open it up at some time later on this morning to questions that you may have about the material that we've covered. So that's our outline for this morning.